My name is Cindy St-Laurent, reporting for the Vancouver Sun about the upcoming provincial elections on May 14th. I interviewed people in the Port Moody-Coquitlam constituency about provincial issues and community issues. What one word would you use to describe the BC Liberals?
Fair.
NDP?
Equal.
Conservatives?
Shitty.
Greens?
Just green.
What's one word you would use to describe the BC Liberals?
Fair.
What about the NDP?
Can't remember what I said there, but I would have to say they're bad. I don't like the NDP.
Conservatives?
Again, I think they're nondescript, I guess. I don't know if I can pick one word, but bland.
And the Greens?
Unfortunate.
Finish the following sentence. The candidate who gets my vote will have a clear plan to...
Clear plan to... address healthcare and the environment.
Okay. So finish the following sentence. The candidate who gets my vote will have a clear plan to...
Increase jobs and rectify the tax situation, the different structures within, I would say, corporate personal taxes. The HST is obviously on its way out, but I think that the structure for personal taxes has to actually come into some scrutiny. I think taxes are really high in our province for what we get, probably nationally as well.
What do you feel should be done about the high cost of housing in your community?
Well, maybe decrease property taxes and keep that kind of level, make it more affordable. And there's property taxes and water taxes. Basically, keep the government taxes down.
What do you feel should happen with the Enbridge Northern Gateway Pipeline project?
I think it should go ahead. I think it's going to help the economy, and I'm pro-business.
What do you feel should happen with the Enbridge Northern Gateway Pipeline project?
It's a delicate situation, but hopefully we'll keep the environmentalists and the car drivers happy without getting at each other's throats. And looking after everyone's interests. The environmentalists or the landowners or the native, the native Canadians.
What do you feel should happen with the Enbridge Northern Gateway Pipeline project?
Yeah, I'm mixed on that. I guess probably approve it, but make sure it's highly regulated and controlled.
What do you feel could be done to decrease poverty and people on welfare in BC?
Involve them in projects to train them so they can be employed and contribute to the economy.
What do you think should be done to help troubled youth in your community?
Have bigger brothers, whatever it's called, adults and father figures in their life.
What do you think should be done to help troubled youth in your community?
I do like the fact that they are starting to fund people or families that have lower incomes for youth sports and things like that. I do fight in MMA, and I know that they actually, Gibson MMA, they actually support within the Coquitlam district and the Port Coquitlam district. They go in at lunchtime and actually instruct the kids within the curriculum. I think giving them a goal and an outlook on what they can possibly do, as opposed to maybe turning to drugs or things like that. So probably more funding for underprivileged, and I'd like to see a little bit more maybe incentives for corporations to sponsor within that realm.
What are your thoughts on the BC film industry?
Well, I do have friends that work in the film industry, and I think with the breaks and the issues that are going on between here and Ontario, I think they're trying to redevelop the wheel within Ontario. We have a system that seems to work. It's been working really well. I don't agree with what Christy Clark's doing in trying to inhibit it or prohibit it in some ways with what they're doing with the tax break or not allowing the tax break. But I think you're having to redirect a whole lot of industry to a province that they have a film industry there. But I think they're at the grassroots level. It's actually taking a lot of jobs away from people here, having to relocate families. I don't agree with
BC film industry.
Well, let's keep it here. It's beautiful BC. and you know, it gives jobs. So let's not ship the jobs outside of the province and try to keep them in here. So it's got to be a balance between business and government and that. So.
Is there anything else you just want to add in general about the elections?
I think people are just getting tired of the same crap. It doesn't matter, NDP, Liberal, whoever you bring in, it just seems to be they all go down the same road. And we need some drastic change and somebody who's willing to actually take the chance to make that drastic change, but that might mean him or her not getting their big pension at the end, because they won't stay long probably, because their staying power won't last. But somebody's got to take the initiative and go with it, right?